having a relationship survive dramas, quarrel, disagreement, misunderstanding is actually something that is commendable. A lot of relationships do not go beyond a certain stage. We have the different stages in a relationship. We have the first stage, which I normally tag the level one, where you're fond of each other, you want to see each other all the time, the frequent call, the night calls, the messages, the surprises, the dinner dates, and every other things you do together that makes you happy. Then as time goes on, you begin to understand yourself, you begin to be more familiarized with yourself, and a lot of, comfortability begins to set in. You're more comfortable with a person. You can freely express yourself with when you're around this person. You think about them, you care for them, you show them who you truly are, you open up to them. Now, that gets to this particular point, and you feel you know this person so well. You become a little bit relaxed. Then the relationship moves towards the second stage, which I tag the level 2. This is when the familiarity makes you more relaxed, more open. You begin to do things because you're very comfortable with this person. You express yourself more better. Whatever you don't find appealing, you express yourself. You tell your partner. You also make it very clear your likes and your dislikes, because at this point you feel you want to spend the rest of your life with this person, which is usually a very good thing. But then, because of the different backgrounds, you start noticing some changes in your partner. A lot of things they normally do not do from the beginning of the relationship begins to set in. It could be the way they talk to you, the way they express their feelings, the way they snap, the way they talk back and stuff like this, which is very common in relationship, because at this point, you feel you know this person is yours. You should be able to express yourself freely without having to pretend. But here's the thing. If you get yourself into a relationship that is functioning well, you understand yourself, your partner understands you better, you should also know that what you did not begin the relationship with should not be things you should introduce into the relationship, because there are likely to be questions asked. Take, for example, you were the type that when your partner does something, you actually take your time, you go through it, you don't judge, you don't jump into conclusions, you just take your time and you ask them politely, okay, I noticed you did this, I would like to know your reasons, and they open up to you and tell you what their reasons were. But as time goes on, you believe this person has actually known you, this person has known your likes and dislikes over that short period of time, because you've become so familiarized with yourself. There are certain things you don't hide, no more secrets, very open. You tell it the way it is, you express yourself to your partner in a way you want to be understood. But then things change, because both of you are human. Sometimes the hormonal changes, the stress of work from one partner. It could be a lot of things. It could also be the personal things they are going through, and this in some ways affects the relationship, the way they respond to their partner, the way they talk, the way they express themselves. Now, when this happened, one person gets offended. Why? Because the tone at which the response came wasn't so pleasant, and you begin to have this idea, oh, is it because we are becoming close? Is she trying to disrespect me? Is this person trying to, why is this person sounding this way? It's because from the beginning of the relationship, you did not get to have some sort of agreement on how you will resolve issues. Most of the relationships that have surpassed the test of time are relationships where you lay your cards on the table. It is very imminent that you would always have misunderstanding, but how are you going to resolve the misunderstanding? Do we sort it out when it's happening right there, or we circle back to it and resolve it on a much later terms when we are both calm, and when we are both calm and our emotions are a little bit settled? All these things help people program their relationship such that even when the relationship is going through a lot of discord, they have ways of ironing it. You have couples that do not go to bed without sorting out their differences. Couples that do not resolve, do not go to bed without even saying, I'm sorry. Even if the matter is unresolved, okay, I know you're offended, whatever it is, we'll talk about it. But for now, just know that I didn't mean to get you upset. I am sorry. It goes a long way in reprogramming the relationship such that by morning, emotions are calm. You can now iron things out. Now, another thing that could also lead to unnecessary, dramas in relationship is the fact that you become too comfortable with this person. Things you normally wouldn't say to your colleague, to your friends, you start saying it to your partner, and this breed some sort of unpleasant feelings. If you would not go out there and talk back at your partner in a rude manner, why would you, and talk back to your colleague, I mean to say, in a rude manner, why would you want to talk to someone you love, someone that is so endearing to you? I do say that it is not all the time you win an argument by raising your voice. A lot of people want to be heard by raising their voice. And in most cases, I wouldn't blame them, because a situation where you're talking and your partner is talking, it gets to a point that everybody wants to be heard. And in cases like that, you just find yourself, nobody is actually communicating because everybody wants their opinion to be heard. It is very imminent you create an avenue where in the midst of troubles, you can understand yourself, you can talk, you can sort things out, and whatever you do not agree on could also always be circled back to. That way, emotions are calm. Another thing you should look out for in a relationship that is to survive the test of time, the ability not to listen to gossips, the ability to always have your proof before you confront your partner. Stay away from yeses, things people say, compromising pictures, compromising situations where people would just come up, oh, I met this person, I did this, I saw this, because building a wall around your relationship would help you prevent external forces from penetrating and creating a divide in your relationship. You should also take note that sometimes it's not about who wins the argument. It's the most important thing is the message to be passed. If you feel some type of way and you want to express it to your partner and you feel like, okay, this is how I want to be treated, it is not until you send, you send wrong cards, you put up some sort of, shenanigans, some sort of attitude before your message could be heard. You could pass your message subtly and calmly. The good thing is, no matter how calmly you speak, the message is being passed. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be confrontational. You don't have to be aggressive, and you don't have to be physical, regardless of how the situations might turn out to be. You should always learn to control your emotion. And this goes both ways, because sometimes a partner could be very provocative because that's their line of defense. And the other partner would also want to be, that their nature will want to set in. It is at this point you should learn to keep calm. You should know that certain words spoken out of anger are not necessarily or sincerely what that person meant. The ability to resolve things calmly within yourself should be a yardstick for you in resolving your issues. As you approach these steps, you see that a lot of things would, a lot of significant issues, a lot of minor issues that blow out of proportion sometimes would be resolved without confrontation and disagreement. If this messages get to you, just do well by giving me a like and a follow. I remain your Don Simple, and do have a nice day.